Hi everybody, I'm Dick Vitale. I'm here with a man I have great respect for. Anybody in football has respect, and anybody in football knows who he is. Peter King, famous for years when he was with Sports Illustrated, now NBC. Peter, you're in town because you spent some time right now with the Bucs and with Tom Brady. Give us a little rundown about the Bucs. I got season tickets.
Yeah, you know what, Dick? The unfortunate thing for all people in Tampa, who this is like a dream season, probably the biggest year since the Super Bowl year, and at least at the beginning, nobody's going to be going to the games. I mean, who knows how it'll go? But here's the thing that I saw. All right, so first of all, after being shocked that Tom Brady is in orange, he's got the creamsicle thing. You know, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, man, that's like Vinny Testaverde. You know, he's tall and everything, and kind of powerful arm and everything. Here's the two things I noticed about Brady today. At the end of last year, people were questioning his arm strength. He's throwing fastballs today. I mean, maybe he's not Nolan Ryan, but he's Clayton Kershaw. You know, he's pretty good. And the other thing is he's moving very, very well. And he told me after practice that really has been sort of his sole focus this year, which is essentially that he knows that he's got to last a full year, you know. And so, as usual, eating everything the right way, his big thing about pliability instead of strength and weightlifting and all that stuff. And so he's been kind of maniacal about that at age 43. And then the other thing, I think, you know, he told Bruce Arians recently, hey, this is the first time ever in my life, high school, college, pro, that I've had an offensive head coach.
Wow.
And I think Arians, even though he's, I think, 68 years old, and obviously he's got to be concerned about COVID. He's not giving up a year like this for anything. So obviously great optimism, Dick, but again, I think it's so much of this year is going to hinge on how careful these players are when they leave the facility. You're not getting COVID-19 at the team's training facility. You know, you can eat off the floor in those places now, you know, because of all the cleaning they're doing constantly.
And constant testing.
Yeah, and the testing, it'll be daily at least through the start of the season. And I think probably it'll last into the season, that they'll be doing daily testing. I mean, I wouldn't say, I think they got a better than 50-50 shot to make this happen.
They have terrific receivers, do they not? With Godwin and with certainly when you think about Evans, and then you factor in Gronkowski, great, and also Howard in terms of tight ends. I wonder about the running backs. What about the running backs?
Well, you know, I think some of that depends right now on how much Shady McCoy has left. He is extremely determined now to show everybody that they've made a mistake on him. And this is going to be a perfect opportunity for him, because Tom Brady made a little-known running back named James White famous.
Yeah, he throws the ball to
he loves throwing the ball to James White and to the running backs. So I think Shady McCoy and their stable basically of unknown backs, the guy with the best hands is going to play the most.
Yeah, I think also they got the good kid out of Iowa on the offensive line.
Yeah,
I think that he'll be really good solid. I'm excited.
He's got to step in opening day at right tackle, though. Yeah.
The thing is that this area, and I've been a season ticket holder for the Rays for 20 years, the Bucs, but our area this year, we got 3 teams that have a legitimate chance to be champs.
Yeah.
The Lightning, we got the Rays, and we got the Bucs. And it would be a crying shame, as you said so well, if the fans can't get out to enjoy this moment.
Yeah. I think there has to be a way. Like, how sad is it for all these college football players and college athletes of everything? College soccer players, you know, all college athletes at these big schools and at most schools, many of them have worked their whole life. This is their only shot. They're not going to the pros, but this is going to be their last shot to play their sport. And I just think it's really sad. And I would agree about the fans. I really hope somehow, some way, they figure out a way with the proper distancing, taking your temperature, all that stuff, that people can start going to games. I hope.
The last question I want to simply ask, how sure are you that the NFL season will be played?
Well, I'm sure it'll start. They've done a fantastic job. Less than 1% positive tests so far in all their testing, and they've had more than 10,000 tests so far in the last 2 weeks. So I think the season's going to start. I had a long talk the other day with J.J. Watt. He's a skeptical dude, and he said, I'm optimistic the season's going to start. But, Dick, it's like, I talked to Anthony Fauci in May, and he basically said in about 4 different ways, we are not making these decisions. The virus is making these decisions. And so, you can do everything the right way. I'll tell you a very quick story. Andrew Whitworth, the very good left tackle for the Los Angeles Rams, he has 4 kids, and he's got his wife, and he's got a lot of family around him. And the day before they were going on a family vacation, with 9 people involved, his nanny went out to have lunch in California, wore the mask, proper distancing, everything. And they don't know how it happened, but 2 days later, everybody in the family, all 9 people, they've all got COVID-19.
Oh, wow.
So this isn't a case where it's maybe one guy going out to a bar.
Right.
It can just be very accidental. And so that's why, look, the season's going to start. I believe, I have heard that Roger Goodell is beyond determined that this season be played.
Oh,
so I think that they're going to play the season, but, as Bill Parcells once said, they don't sell insurance for this kind of stuff.
I'll tell you one thing. It's important for us in Tampa because, as you said, Brady's 43 years old.
Yeah.
If there's no season now, a year goes by, and who knows about next year. So again,
Yeah.
I hope the guy's right. It says Peter King, the best at what he does, my friends. He is in China at what he does, and he knows his football.